this is Touhidul from IECC. It is my pleasure to visit VIU campus personally, and today I am really glad to introduce Mr. Bruce Condie, the Director of International Marketing, and here I am to frequently ask questions regarding most of our students. So Bruce, tell me why students should choose VIU compared to the other universities in the same area?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for coming all the way out to see Vancouver Island University. We really appreciate when some of our agents visit our campus because we're very happy and proud of our Bangladeshi students, and it's nice to see some of the agents actually coming here to make sure that after they've come here that they're still doing well. So we're very happy about that. So VIU is a internationally renowned Canadian publicly funded university. So we are recognized by the Government of Canada and controls our all the credentials that we offer. So we've got a good reputation across that way. We are not a huge school, but we're also not a small school. We're medium sized. We're about 15,000 students. And in the 15,000, we have over 2,000 international students from all over the world. So any international students come here are going to be with students not just from Canada, not just from their own country, but also a mix from all over the world, which we find in this globalized workplace environment extremely important.
Okay, really glad to know. And what are the career option after they finish their degrees from here? And what's your teaching method that make the student job ready in their practical and work life?
Well, okay, there's two parts there. Our teaching style is a mixture of theory and practical. So students will get some theory, but at least 50% of their classrooms will be doing things like group work and presentations, all the skills that you will need to be doing in the workplace, regardless of it's businesses or sciences or health and humanities. These are skills that are transferable amongst all of them. Therefore, our graduates are well sought after. As for the employment rates, it really depends upon which faculty or which degree that you're looking at, whether it be hospitality or computing science or graphic design. Each one has its own specialties, but the faculty members there, because it's a smaller class sizes that you have, are well in tune with the commercial fields and have connections out there and can often assist students in getting their first opportunities in the workplace. We also have a lot of co-op or work experience, so the students, even while they're studying with us, get opportunities to work with Canadian employers. Some of them are paid, some of them are not, but at the very least they gain experience and you make some connections within the industry that you want to work. These are all critical pieces for launching a person's career.
Yeah. And how you help international students to initially to support them or orientate them in a new area, and how the international office is working with the international students so that they feel.
When you mean they first arrive?
Yes.
We have many services. Because we have so many international students, we have a lot of services dedicated towards their needs. Everything from helping to find some place to live. We have homestay on campus, we have residences on campus where students can stay. We also have a homestay program where they can live with a Canadian family in the neighborhood, and we can also guide them towards lots of other opportunities within the city where they can find accommodation. But beyond that, we really try to focus on getting the international students involved on campus. We recognize that they come here without their family, without their friends. They need an opportunity to start getting mixed in with the Canadians and with the other international students. No matter where an international student is from, that first semester is tough. There's going to be homesickness there because you're away from everything you've known all your life. So it's important that they feel that they are part of the community of the university and part of the Nanaimo community. And so we actually have people who are dedicated, and all they do is run tours and trips for international students, take them skiing, they can go to Vancouver for shopping, they can go to the west coast of the island to do some surfing, going hiking in the mountains. There's all kinds of opportunities. It does require the international student to step forward a little bit and sign up for these things, but these services are here. We also have advisors on our campus who work exclusively for international students to help them with any of their academic issues or even personal issues that they can have. So there's a lot of services here that are available exclusively for international students.
Really great to know. And what are the main intake in a year for an international student applications?
For our programs, Most of our programs start in September. That is the primary start date. So if students are interested in coming to us, they should target September as the start. There are a couple of programs who do have a January start date, but not very many. And we can talk about individual programs that have a separate start date. We start accepting applications in October of each year for the following September. And usually for most, it's around the end of March when the deadline is for the application. So students need to start thinking about that just about a year ahead of time before they actually were going to be showing up here. And you need that time to make your selection, make sure you go to the right school, the right program, because even after you do that, there's the acceptance process takes weeks. And then after you get that, then you have to get a visa to come to Canada. And that can take weeks or even months to do. So it's important students give themselves enough time to do all this.
Okay, and what are the most popular subjects in Vancouver Island University usually student from international student choose from?
We have a wide range. We're a comprehensive university, but at the undergraduate level, typically our business program is very popular, our Bachelor of Sciences, our computing science, graphic design, those are all our hospitality and tourism programs very popular as well. And then we have some very specialized programs who would love to get some international students, like some of our music programs and that are an opportunity for them. At the graduate level, by far our most popular program is our MBA, but we also have Masters of Education available, Masters of Community Planning. So there are a wide range of options available for students.
Okay. Any scholarship available for international student?
Yes, we do. We have we give over 20 scholarships to the top undergraduate students coming in each year for entry scholarships, and they're not full scholarships, they're partial scholarships. They're about $2,000 each. And then we also have some $5,000 scholarships for the really excellent students who come in from any country around the world. And there are, if a student is graduating from a BC offshore, or British Columbia offshore school, there are some scholarships for them. There's also some scholarships for anybody graduating from an IB high school. So there's a lot of different options. It's all on our scholarship page on our website.
Do the student need to apply for separately scholarship, or it is by default the admission team assess their scholarship eligibility?
Good question. I'm really glad you asked that because most people think they have to apply separately. But no, we base our scholarship decisions on the academic transcripts that you have to submit anyhow to get into your program.
Okay.
So our admissions officers, they will pull out the top candidates from any particular country or just the top international candidates based on their scores, and they will be open to consideration for those scholarships.
Okay. Due to the long history of success nowadays, admission to VIU is very much competitive. Could you give us some tips for prospective student like some postgraduate student or MBA applicant? How should they prepare their application for making the higher chance to get admissions?
Graduate programs particularly are much more difficult to get into because they're generally smaller programs to begin with. Our MBA, although it's for us large, we take in 180 new MBA students each year, but we literally get 1,000 applications for them. Mm-hmm. So they do take the top candidates. So to prepare yourself well, make sure you read the requirements and address each one of them very clearly, that you have the necessary skills. It means the academic background. In MBA, you also need the work experience. That is critical, minimum of 1 year work experience. On average, our students have more than 2, but that means there are some people with 15 years of experience, there's some people with 1 year experience. But less than 1, and you're probably not going to get in. That's just a given. But look at those requirements, make sure you have your letters of reference. Most of our master students or master programs will require those, and a letter of intent. The letter of intent is really important, that you must write it yourself about your true interest in taking that particular program, because faculties, they do read them and they do base a lot of their decisions based upon that. They want students who are excited and motivated to be in their program. They don't want a student who just says, I just wanted a program, this is the one I could get into. They wanted people who are passionate, because they're passionate about their own program. They want their students to be passionate too.
Okay, and my last question is what happened after the graduations or student complete their degree? Do you provide any career service to them, including like how to write the resume or how to apply for the jobs or so on?
Particularly at the graduate studies level, it is incorporated within the program. If there's an internship or work experience, we do work with students about exactly what you said, how to write a resume by a North American standard, how to do even a job interview. Because, I mean, I've lived this overseas myself, and it's very different on what you put down on a resume, what is acceptable, what is not. And the communication and sitting across the table with an employer, a potential employer, how are you going to best portray yourself to impress them? Yes, we do assist with that. Upon graduation, we also have an alumni association, so students, often it's culturally based. You get, say Bangladeshi students who all know each other from the last 5 years, and they get together and they can often help each other out employment-wise. That does happen a lot too. So we do try to assist in any way we can.
Okay, including my previous question, sometime a Bangladeshi student or most of the international student worried about if they could do any part-time job or not. So what about like in some time when we are in Bangladesh, think that Nanaimo is a small city and there is a less job opportunity compared to the other big cities. So what are your comments on that?
As in all across Canada, you are allowed while you're studying to work up to 20 hours per week while you're doing full-time studies. And there are opportunities for those jobs across Nanaimo. I mean, when I go home every day, I see help wanted signs in different, it's not going to be high-level office jobs, but they will be employment. It might be in retail, it could be in restaurants, it could be a number of different things like that. Even on campus, we do hire a fair number of international students. So there is that. It is a smaller city, it's about 100,000 people. And by Asian standards, that's a very small city. But it is a very welcoming city. Once you graduate, I will be honest, a lot of our graduates will migrate to the big city because there are more opportunities there. There's a big, huge companies that are there. But a lot of our international students fall in love with Nanaimo when they want to stay here, because it is one of the most beautiful locations in the world, with the oceans, the mountains, the forests here, the wildlife. If you love that sort of thing, the fresh air, this is a place where you can really enjoy. It is not the big city that's open 24 hours a day, and you can't, if you want to go dancing till 4 in the morning, that's probably not Nanaimo, yeah. But we're only 40 kilometers away from Vancouver, so when students want that, they can take a ferry, go to Vancouver for the weekend, and then they come back to Nanaimo.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. It was really a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, it's a great pleasure to meet you again, and I'm glad to see that you're here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.